Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the LA Chargers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Well, this defense for the Commanders, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. That is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
A 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. Jalen Lane deep for Washington. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready? 19-18. Back to 60. Back to 60. Ready?
A throw left side, hauled in by Lane. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
60, 60. Mavericks. Hey, check that.
Throwing now is Daniels. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a post route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great outlet and usually able to come up with a nice play down the middle of the field.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Mustang 19. Dragon 60. 18. Pioneer.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap, because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Lane.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. 60 Vikings. 60 Vikings. Go.
They run. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Here's Daniels. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Chigakokwo. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Jake Moody now for the point after. And the kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead.
The score, Commanders 7, Chargers 0.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Chargers at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this one, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. We'll get this complete to Trey Harris. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. The Chargers pass. Game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Running left, here's Mitchell. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Quan Martin there on the tackle.
It's a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 14-yard line.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Ready.
They'll work inside here, Hampton. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Herbert now. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
7-7, our score after 1.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
Okay, break.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Daniels looking to throw. He's got his man. It's White. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion calls defensively, and it turns into a big play.
On first down, it's Krosky Merritt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Trap 60, trap 60. Tag. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
To throw is Daniels. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Come on, come on. Set. Cowboy 80. 19, 18. Cut 19, cut 19. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 19 tight, 19 tight. 79 Broncos. Set, hurt. Go.
To the air goes Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Moody on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, it's Hampton. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
It's a gain of 16
His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 35.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And Herbert going to slide to his stop, and he has a first down.
A gain of 10 yards.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Run.
First down, here's Mitchell. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
10 more yards.
10 more there and another first down. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him, otherwise you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Oh, design run for their wideout. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up fourth down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard
line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. This time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
29-yard line.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
50. Hey,
now Daniels. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
70. Go sweepers. Panther 11. Dragon 60. Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers. 18. 5 years.
Back to throw again. That's to Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what it is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in?
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Warriors 70. 60 Maverick. 19 Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight. Hurt. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Second down and 8.
Go! 70 Lions, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Daniels with a give to Krosky-Merritt. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
He was brought down at 26. Again of 13 yards. And the Commanders' first down.
50, 79 Broncos.
Back to throw now on first down. Now Daniels going to keep it. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals. Cup 19, Cup 19. Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready, ready?
Operating from the gun. Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down.
Cougar 19. Bronco 80. Catch.
Out of the gun, they go with Krosky-Merritt. And he's going to have a Commander's first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Come on.
The drive begins with a carry by Krosky-Merritt. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Daniels. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go. 68, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 19 Lions. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 19 tight, 19 tight. Street, 18, Pioneer. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. A run inside, Krosky Merritt. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Krosky Merritt. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
76, Buffalo 18. Trap 60, trap 60. Go.
Up the middle, Krosky Merritt. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Liking 18. Ready.
On the give, Krosky Merritt. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 1 yard and now no yards. Have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go. Set. 70 Lions. Mustang 19. Warriors 70. Panther 11. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And Jake Moody now on for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Charger drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Here's Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Daniels. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. We'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 19 Lion. Cut 19, cut 19. Dragon 60. Ready.
To throw from his end zone, Daniels. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And where did this one go out? Now they'll start with good field position, 45-yard line.
Run!
A give running right is Mitchell. He's got it to the 43 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now it's Herbert. Finds Johnston. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Hey, Kappa.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throw there going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
A 45-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Fourth quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago. It's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
That's to Lane. He's got it outright. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. Pass the stick. Go.
Running out of the gun with White. The 20. 5. Touchdown, Washington. Rashad White with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Now Moody for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score. Commanders 23, Chargers 13.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Hampton. And he'll work down to inside the 45.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
To put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
It looks like they'll move things around here. First down, here's White. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Cup 19, Cup 19.
Brown goes in motion left.
Ready.
Daniels from the gun on third down. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now Daniels going to keep it. And he'll just get rid of it.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Under 10, 10.
They run straight ahead here with White. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Cowboy 80. 79 Broncos. 8
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
19, Tiger, 19. Ready. Bronco 80. Warrior 70. Bobcats, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
Back to throw. Daniels. He'll try and do this himself. He's got his receiver, Lane. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Lane with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. All right, big problems there on the conversion. A poor snap. It's no good. kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Herbert going to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Fields. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Herbert. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
With the score where it is, this was probably going to be 4-down territory if they didn't convert there. But what a nice job of working his way open, making sure he secured the catch, and setting up 1st and goal.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Herbert to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Hey, easy. Baylor Tiger. Ready.
Herbert. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And how about that return? As he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
60 by 60. Panthers 60. Panthers check, 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 check. Lions. Dragon 60. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now Daniel's going to keep it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So a victory here for the Commanders. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands